This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. By the Children's Network of Southwest Florida. Become a foster or adopted parent. Call 855-933-KIDS. By Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers. Report a crime and get paid with nobody knowing your identity. Call 1-800-780-TIPS. By Solomon's Air Conditioning Incorporated. No matter what the weather is outside, have it your way inside. Call 239-693-1569. By Regions Bank Mortgage. On a mission to make life better for customers and communities. Call 239-560-1225. And by Lee Health. Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. So excited that you stayed with us. We have her back here in the studio. She's always great to talk to. From the law office of Ruth Damys, we have Ruth Orange, the attorney at law. Let's bump you in. I never bumped you in before. Welcome back to Lee Pitts Live.
Thanks for having me again, Lee. I'm glad to be back.
First of all, let's talk about you and Miss Physical Fitness. Let everybody know you're setting a good example for everybody out there. We see you on social media, really taking care of your heart and your lungs and yourself. That's important, right?
That is very important. I'm trying to stay young forever.
I think you told me you lost 40 pounds or something.
62.
Whoa! Wow, that's very encouraging for people. We're going to get into all that law stuff, but tell people, like, you can motivate people here in this holiday season. What did you do? How did you go about your process?
Well, I know that Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. It's the one holiday that I just like to really eat. So I set a goal for myself to get back to my high school track size prior to the end of the year, namely before Thanksgiving, so that I could just eat. And really what I've been doing is I've just been watching my portions. So the trick for me is I'm one of those people who's always on a seafood diet. And when I say seafood, I'm not talking about crab and shrimp. I'm talking about the food that I see, seafood. So now I eat out of dessert-sized plates instead of a full plate where I have a whole bunch of food on it, because I tend to finish my plate. So the trick for me has just been portions. So now instead of eating all of the food that I get on like a restaurant plate, I'll portion it out. I'll divide it by either 3 or 4 meals.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And as a result of you losing weight, what are some things about you that are healthier now? Your blood pressure is better and all these things?
Well, I've always had a pretty normal blood pressure, but now my energy level's up.
Okay.
I have a 4 and a 5-year-old. I can keep up with them. I sleep better, and I just feel better. It makes me work better. Mm-hmm. I'm able to better serve my clients now that I have, more energy.
All right. Speaking of those clients, how would you describe your law firm?
I practice family law and insurance. Lately, in the last quarter, I've been very busy with, all of the family law drama, the divorce, the child custody, the parenting plans. I've also been busy with insurance cases, namely right now, auto accident cases. I've had a couple of Hurricane Irma claims that were filed prior to the September deadline, but right now it's hurricane season, and I'm that hurricane lawyer. We weren't hit with Hurricane Ada this time around, but if anyone's
Fortunately or unfortunately?
Fortunately.
I just wanted to get you on that. Go ahead. But, I know what you mean, though.
Yes,
go ahead. But if we do get hit, you're the person, right?
I'm the one to call. Ruth Orange at 239-732-9544.
Let's take a look at your commercial.
Hi, I'm Ruth Orange here at the Law Office of Ruth Damys, PA. When you experience a setback, everything can change. At the Law Office of Ruth Damys, you can focus on restoring your life instead of finding yourself overwhelmed with your court case. We handle family law matters
as well as all insurance cases throughout the entire state of Florida, ranging from auto accident injuries, slip and falls, hurricane and roof damage, and so much more, with the utmost care and with you in mind. It costs absolutely nothing to sit down and talk about your case with us. That's right, a free consultation. For more information or to schedule an appointment, please call our office at 239-732-9544 or visit us on the web at www.dameslaw.com or on Facebook at Damys Law.
No parle creole.
Se habla español.
Don't stall.
Call
Call
Damys
Damys
Law.
Law.
When people see that commercial, it jumps off the screen. And I've gotten so many people ask me, were you like trained at, presenting yourself on television like that? And I told them I didn't really know. So I'm gonna let you answer the question.
No, I was not trained. This is just me. This is my natural personality. It's just me.
But I think I've seen where you posted where you like a cheerleader, some other thing. You were like a leader in high school and in college, like you were in a lot of extracurricular activities where you were speaking and things like that?
So I cheered all throughout, secondary school, elementary up to high school. I cheered for football season. I played basketball. I was basketball captain. I was one of the track captains. I did mock trial in high school, mock trial in college, mock trial in law school, and I was the president of the Club Creole organization at the University of South Florida, and that's a Haitian student organization. And I was the Chief Justice of the Board of Advocates in law school.
That's pretty fancy stuff there. I always want to bring out the fact that your parents are from Haiti. I think you were raised here in America. Yes,
my parents are migrants from Haiti. They came in 1982. I was born and raised in Naples, Florida.
Mm-hmm. Now your office is based in Collier County, but you cover all of Southwest Florida, the whole state of Florida. I think you told me you were licensed for the whole state.
Yes, so my family law cases, I do the entire 20th Judicial Circuit, which is Southwest Florida, Lee County, Collier County, Glades, Hendry, and Charlotte counties. That is what comprises the 20th Judicial Circuit. With respect to insurance cases, whether it be auto accident cases or hurricane cases, anything dealing with insurance, I cover the entire state of Florida.
What advice do you have for people who are seeking advice for family law cases?
For family law cases, I would definitely say if you're uncertain or unsure of how to proceed, you definitely want to hire an attorney, because the judges cannot give you legal advice. They cannot help you defend or prosecute your case. So my biggest advice is, when in doubt, hire a lawyer. Hire Ruthie.
That's right. Hire Ruthie. Now, Ruthie, Sesame Street this for me. When you say family law cases, what are some types of things fall under family law?
So family law cases are your divorce cases. It's your paternity actions, child support, custody, parenting time sharing, disestablishment of paternity. If you're in a situation where you're unsure of whether or not the child that you've been taking care of or raising is not yours, then there's what's called a disestablishment of paternity.
A prenup would fall under that as well?
Prenuptial agreements and postnuptial agreements. That's for before and after you get married.
Mm-hmm. What's your, having done this type of work or seen this type of work, the prenup, that's something that seems like it's a dicey situation with couples on whether to get a prenup or not. What's your advice on that type of making that decision?
My advice is that if you're coming in with assets and you want to protect those assets, it's probably very most likely in your best interest for you to have a prenuptial agreement. That way, if things don't work out in your marriage, then those premarital assets you had are already protected. They're not going to be subject to equitable distribution at the stage of the dissolution of marriage.
And you've seen where that becomes a factor, but people are happy that they got one or they should have gotten one. So, when you all in love and engaged, and you kind of see what I'm trying to get. I'm just like trying to humanize. As a lawyer, you're saying you got to compartmentalize that. You need to think about what may happen on the backside.
Yeah, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So let's say, you and your partner are about to get married and it's kind of already been agreed that you're going to be the one to use all of your retirement or most of your retirement or any personal funds that you had to purchase a property and you're the one paying the mortgage or you bought it cash. God forbid your marriage doesn't work out. If you don't have a prenuptial agreement, upon dissolution, that is marital property. Half goes to spouse one and the other half goes to spouse two.
Now, a person could sit down with a person like yourself and put that prenup in place. You do that. Your practice does that, right? It's good to have a lawyer to do that.
Absolutely. I definitely draft prenuptial agreements as well as postnuptial agreements. And I also, do marital settlement agreements. And that just all the issues that you had and whether it be child support, alimony, the equitable distribution and liabilities and assets, we can get those things resolved for you too, even absent a postnuptial or prenuptial agreement.
I see. Interesting. I want to stay on that for one more second. Is when you don't have a prenup and you start to go through that process, it's really ugly. You can't fix it at that. It's too late to fix that, right?
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah. There's no other way to really put it. It does get messy. Family law is full of drama. It gets ugly. It takes a toll on people's lives. So it's definitely something that should be considered, especially if you're coming in unequally. Hurricane
season is here. It comes and it goes. But regardless of the fact of whether it's here or not, what advice do you give people as it relates to hurricanes?
My biggest advice right now would be to, pull out your declaration page and look at your insurance policy and make sure you have all of your bases covered. If you're unsure, go back to the agent who sold you the insurance policy and go over that deck page. Go over, the structure and the needs of your home, because, God forbid, and another, not to piggyback, but I've seen this happen to clients before where their insurance policy lapsed. And what that means is that they go a period of time where they don't have any insurance. And if a hurricane hits and you don't have insurance in that moment, let's say you had insurance yesterday and your payment was due 2 days before and it's canceled today and Hurricane Eta hits us today. Well, when you file that claim tomorrow, you're going to have an issue. Even if your policy is reinstated the day after the hurricane, the fact that you were uninsured during a period of loss, you will not be covered. So I would definitely say take a look at your deck page, make sure that you have all of your T's crossed and all your I's dotted, and making sure that everything is in order and your policy is in force and active.
Two things I want to hit you on with that, because this is so educational, is one, insurance companies, when it's time for them to pay up or not pay up, they're looking for ways that they can get out of paying. Is that a fair assumption? Because I'm always thinking they're looking for any loophole that they can. They don't feel sorry for you. It's not personal. It's just business. And it sounds like what you just said. If you let your insurance lapse or any way they can find something in there, and that's where you come in as a lawyer. But if they don't have certain things in places, you wouldn't even be able to help them, right?
Even me, the tiger in the courtroom, right. Probably won't be able to help them. So it's definitely something that they want to make sure that they have in order, because the insurance is just looking for ways out. They're looking for ways to either not pay you or give you the short end of the stick to close out your file. You're just another file.
Now, the average person like myself, I just fill out those insurance papers and I keep moving. I don't really, you said something like a declaration page or some things like that. We don't need to just run through that. We need to really know what we're signing. We need to really know what we have. So if we go and pick up our insurance policy, there's a page called a declaration page or something like that. And if we don't understand it and things like that, we need to make sure we get with you to make sure that we know what we got, right?
Absolutely. In addition to me being a licensed attorney, I'm actually a licensed insurance agent as well. So I'm familiar with it and I understand it. And I also have been working in the field of insurance with respect to law. I first started off doing insurance defense, and now I'm doing plaintiff's insurance work. I have over 6 years of experience in the insurance industry. So definitely, I'm more than happy to sit down and go over someone's insurance policy with them at no charge, at no expense. Or if they're uncertain, they can always go back to the agent that referred them or walk into any insurance agency, and that agent will be more than happy to sit down and look over their policy and see what better options they have available, or if the policy that they have in place at the moment is actually in their best interest.
People can also contact you for all their insurance needs, sounds like, as well.
They can.
Now, from there, I want to go to this. You talked about your experience in insurance. People need to understand that people who specialize, have a lot of experience in a certain particular area of law, that makes a big difference when you're using them as your attorney, doesn't it? As opposed to just a general lawyer, somebody who specializes like you specialize in insurance.
It absolutely does make all the difference in the world. You're not going to want a medical malpractice lawyer representing you in a criminal matter. The experience speaks for itself.
Okay. The youth, I can tell from watching you on social media and other places like that, you have a lot of passion for youth. You like to see youth realize their full potential. You are a role model. What advice do you have to people who may be having an interest in going into the field of law, or, hey, I want to be like her?
I would definitely say follow your heart's desire. Follow your gut. That's always what my guidance counselor in high school said. Ruthie, follow your gut. If you're not sure of the answer, just go with your gut feeling. So if it's truly something that you want to do, then you should absolutely pursue it. It shouldn't be something that you pursue because someone in your family is pushing you to do it, or because your parents decide that they would love to vicariously live through you and all that they couldn't do. They want that for you. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, follow your passion, and the rest God will take care of.
Who would you like to wish a happy holidays to?
I would like to wish a happy holidays to all of the Lee Pitts Live viewers, all of the community, the state of Florida, every one of you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy Thanksgiving.
And finally, when people think of law offices, the law office of Ruth Damys, what do you want to come to their mind? Integrity, commitment, and results. All right. Say that. Say something in Creole on our way out. I want to get a chance to use that. Look into that camera and say a few things in Creole to your, I guess that would be the Haitians. Yeah, go ahead and show off.
I guess the common one is sac passe, naboule, merci d'être nous participer là avec nous matin. There we go. We international over here. It's been a pleasure. Okay, we'll talk to you later, and we're looking forward to getting you back in the future. Thank you, Lee. It's always a pleasure. Stay right there. It's the saying going on this particular show. For those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Ruthie and all the fine people associated with her firm. Comment allez-vous?
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. I hope you enjoy that particular show, but you can always catch us here on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button down there. That way you can get your Lee Pitts Live on demand when you want it and how you want it. We also encourage you to watch our show on Fox 4 and connect with us on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live.